Hello guys. So today review is going to be on a flashlight, and can you ever have enough flashlights? I don't know. It's like yes you can if you can find the right one, right? And for me the right one would be a nice flood and pretty strong with a nice simple interface, and I still didn't find it. So I'm going to go over this Haike light. I don't really care how you pronounce it. This is how I pronounce it. And it's the MT-03 Devorer. Okay. And I'm going to compare it to the BLFQ8, which is actually pretty decent light. I think one of the best ones so far I found on the market. So I'm not going to take it apart and show you how it's built and stuff like that. I'm just going to go straight into the good, bad and ugly about this light, okay? So let's start with the good. The good about this light is it has a 3 XHP 70 LEDs, and those are pretty strong LEDs, and it has a good flood. So far the best flood I found. So that's the big plus for this flashlight. Okay, it's driven by 4 18650s, and I don't know. That's like the only plus I can say, or only good things I can say about this flashlight. It has a really good, strong, flat light. Okay, I cannot find it on any other lights. Any flashlight will have a narrow beam shooting out in a 25 miles distance for nothing. Absolutely useless. Okay, so that's the big plus about this light. The price is about, I actually got it for about 92 bucks, and it seems like it's pretty well built. Okay, now let's go into the interface. You push it and hold it, it goes into the moonlight, which is really nice. Okay, shut it off, you will shut it off. Hold on, let me switch the glasses please. Okay, so I can see better what I'm doing here. Thank you for your time in the meantime. Okay, now I think that's a good feature. Now to get into the high beam, it's a nightmare. You have to turn on the light, and I think I'm in the high beam right now. So let me just go into some mid beam here. Now to go in the high beam, from shut off, it's a triple click, but the triple click is like really so fast that it sometimes is hard to accomplish. So let me try. Okay, that was good. Now if I click once, it goes back to the saved mode, and this will shut it off. But if I go just a little bit slower, it's not going to happen. Well, hell, there you go. It did happen. Let's go a little bit slower. Okay, that's it. So you have to be really fast if you want to go into the turbo on a triple click. I guess some days are better than others, because yesterday I had a really hard time to do that. Okay, and pretty much the way it works, you have to turn it on one click and then double click to get it in a high mode or a turbo. Okay, so that's pretty much where the triple click comes from. It doesn't tell you in the instructions, but that's how it works. So that's a kind of a bad thing. I wish there was a easier way to get to the high mode, because if you really need it immediately, you know, it would be nice to have it handy, easy way. Okay. Another bad thing about this light is to switch from the mode to the mode to the mode. I mean, from let's see. Now I'm in a low mode, and you see how slowly it actually goes from one to another one to another one. It's really slow. You have to hold it for a while to get it in anywhere you want, pretty much. That kind of sucks. It takes a lot of time to get from one mode to another mode to another mode. So that's another thing I don't like about this. Another thing that I don't like about this is the switch. I actually modified this switch already, which I have a video about, but it has a dead space. There is a space that you have to kind of keep pushing and pushing until you hit the switch, and then you can work with the switch. But between the rubber and the switch there is a dead space, and it's actually pretty big, and that was very, very annoying to me. I fixed that space. I filled it with silicone. You can watch another video about this. Anyway, I fixed that, and now the switch is working much better. Okay, it's very easy touch, and it goes on and off very easy. Okay, so that was another pretty bad thing about this flashlight. Another bad thing is to lock it. You can either lock it to unscrew it. Okay, now it's locked. Then screw it back, and then it's going to go in a low mode. Obviously it's not going to remember the mode that you had it in, which kind of sucks. Then you have to go through all of this, sit here and wait. Okay, well, hey, now it's in high mode. I want to keep it here after like 2 minutes. So I don't know. It just needs a little more brain behind this software in it. I guess somebody from the jungle developed this you know, not the software, but you know what I mean, pretty much the software for the driver. Okay, so let's go back to the lock in the light. To lock the flashlight, okay, number one, it has to be, again, it has to be on, I believe, if I remember correctly. Then you click and hold. No, that's not going to work, so let me see. No, that doesn't work either. Pretty much lock it with the button is a nightmare, okay? I don't even remember how. And unlock it is even impossible. I could not unlock it to follow the instructions they give you. The instructions, by the way, the instructions that came with it, it's just a nightmare. They are completely useless. You just have to figure this out on your own, or watch some other videos. Okay, so you can lock it somehow, I believe. Let me try again. No, that's not going to do it. Ah, maybe now. Okay, it takes a very long time. Yeah, now it's locked. You have to pretty much turn it on and then click and push. So click one time and then push and hold for a pretty long time until it will shut off. But now the same way you're supposed to turn it on. Okay, let's try it. And nothing. It doesn't turn on. This, I don't know. So you have to unscrew and then screw it back in, and then it's on. So I don't know, that's just really pretty bad. So that's another no-no for me. Another thing which I think is actually the worst part about this, it's the way it's designed. Okay, let's look at the BLFQ8. Do you see the difference? Actually, this one has 4 LEDs, this one has 3 LEDs. Obviously those are bigger LEDs, so they will be, they will need a little more space, and it's a more flood, so that's fine. But why is it so thick all the way here? I don't get it. The way to hold a flashlight, okay, like this one here, you want to hold it right by the switch, and I can get my fingers almost around it, and my hands is pretty big. It's not. Yes, Jenny. Yes. Yes, you can get it. Sorry about that. So anyway, to hold it right here, which would be the ideal, it's kind of you holding it like at the tail. Okay, this is like the tail of the flashlight, and it kind of feels like it's going to fall off your hand. So you gotta hold it right here with all your hand. And this is pretty comfortable still to hold around the head. But this one here, I mean, even this part is much bigger than that. But it's still okay. But once you get to this part here, and this is where you're going to end up holding this flashlight, it's just getting too big for a hand. At least my hand. Maybe somebody else's. I'm sure there are much bigger guys than me, and they have much bigger hands, and they will be totally fine with this thing. For me, it's a little bit too big, and even the way this design is like that, it just tends to slip off your hand. Okay, the way this is designed, there is no. I mean, if it was like a little bit rough or something like that, it would feel much better. But this feels like it's just gonna slip off your hand, like really. And the way it's heavy like this, it's actually really heavy at the head, and I guess that must be the heatsink, or I don't know. But this here, let's unscrew this. Okay. There is no reason this could be either. It could be much smaller, diameter. It seems like this is a part of the heatsink, but if you look at the driver, which is actually deep inside, it actually starts from here and go all the way here. It doesn't look like this would be a part of the heatsink at all. It's just design, some kind, and it's really way too big for the hand, and it feels pretty uncomfortable. Let me tell you. So I don't know. I just wish this was like a cone, maybe, or if it starts getting bigger head, it would start right here, not all the way here. So you have a bigger or longer handle, but that's for me that's pretty ugly. That's useless nonsense. It just doesn't feel right in your hand. It's just way too big. And other than that, I have no comments. I have this flashlight for a couple of days, so I don't, really know much about it. This is my just like a first feel, how I feel about this flashlight. I think is really way too heavy compared to this one. And I don't know, they might even feel like equally heavy, but it's just the grip on this BLFQ8 is just so much better. The BLFQ8, it's a more thorough, okay? It's not as floody light as this one. I don't know why I have such a hard time to find a good floody flashlight. If anybody knows, please let me know, because I just can't find a good flood. I mean, really, if I go look at something and I need a light in front of me, 3 feet in front of me, 5 feet in front of me, 10 feet in front of me. I don't need a light 1 mile in front of me. I really don't give a damn what is 1 mile in front of me, okay? But I really need to know what is in front of me in 10 feet or 20, 30 feet. And I need to know, I need to see a little range of the light from here to there, not like an arrow beam like this. And then just search with it, think like an idiot. Just, I don't know, I'm sorry. Just drives me crazy. But this is it. I'm gonna take it out and I'm gonna compare these two about the LEDs. The BLFQ8, it's about 4,000K, I believe. This one is about 6,000K. Again, spend $1 more, please, and get a warmer LED in there. It's just unbelievable. You spend so much money on building heavy-duty flashlight, excuse me, and then you're gonna put the cheapest XHP 70 LED in it. This is like I just built this one here. Well, it's actually this one here, it's hard to tell. Which has the 3000K XHP LED, and that light is so much. It's just so much more friendly. Okay, than any of these. This one is actually much more friendlier than this one, but the BLFQ8 is fine. That's a good color of light, but when it's like blinding white, I don't know. It's a very nicely built flashlight, but I wish they just used a different, little bit warmer LEDs on this one. Okay, so I'm gonna take it outside and you will see the difference, and then you will decide for yourself. Okay guys, so I'm not gonna do any distance shot with this thing. It's gonna be just same spot, about the fence is about 25, roughly 25-30 feet maybe. And I'm gonna start with the Haike light first. This is the turbo mode. Okay, and you see it's really good light. It's definitely wide beam. Now I'm gonna switch to the BLFQ8. That's, you know, you see that the beam is much narrower, but it's a warmer light, definitely warmer light. You can see probably better right now. And again, the Haike light, okay, and BLFQ8. Haike light, BLFQ8. So in the center of the BLFQ8, it's about the same brightness as well, maybe a little bit more, but it's also different color of the light, so it's hard to tell. But no matter what, on the angle of the beam, okay, and the flood, this Haike light, it's pretty much the winner. Okay, this is the BLFQ8. But I just miss some features on it, like for example the LED button. When the flashlight is off, the LED button on would be really nice to have. Okay, Haike light, no, nobody, then BLFQ8. Haike light, BLFQ8. I'm not really good at pushing those buttons at the same time, am I? Wait a minute. No, I'm not. Okay. No. Okay, guys. I think you got the idea. Alright. Next time.